Goes missing is that 37. Craig Clemens, it could well be Craig Clemens. Let's watch the action on track though, and I tell you what, it's Charlie Farah from third on the grid who's done very well. I think he might have got the drop at the start there. Elliot Pinson to wait quite well as well. No, Elliot does swoop down the outside. I think Luke Hopkins follows in. Charlie in third there as they go through, which is the first time charge on down to Montreal. Charlie's got analysis up here earlier, seeing how things work. A bit of a peek behind the curtain, as it were. If you're curious yourself, more than welcome to come on up. Once again, if you want to send any congratulations, messages, support, or anything like that, feel free to @BemsyConme on Twitter. I do apologise for my ignorance in something social media. So I'm new to that, and I'd like to thank my friend Tony for suggesting that I get onto social media in the first place, or at least Twitter in the first place. So I can see a rookie mess down the front, and unfortunately I can see a lot of green bikes down the front. I think that's Elliot Pinson out in front actually. Elliot's got a very distinctive style. He knows how to get really, really tucked in. He does a great job tucking in as tightly as he can all the way around the track. One of the keys to his speed, I think. Mixed juniors and seniors here, of course. Juniors are basically under 18, seniors are over 18. So we see people like the incredibly young-looking Carl Mitchell, who I think was about 21 last year, something like that. Doing very well in the senior series. Gareth Hopkins, very much the man to beat this year in the senior series. See how he gets on here. Can they come across the line for the first time? Elliot Pinson tucks right in there with Luke Hopkins. 3/10 of a second behind Charlie Farah, 1.4 back on that. And then it's Paddy Burns, the oldies, Joe Holdsworth. Obviously those good wishes are holding you in good stead there, Joe. You're only a second behind Steve Jordan. And Ben Hawes, Graham Hoare, Brandon Payne, Monica Isaac. Connor Hall, Joey Lambton, so Joey's been doing very well from the back of the grid. Sarah Jordan next, then it's Annie Beagle. So the two youngsters from the back of the grid have already punched their way up past a whole lot of people to be in the midfield at this early stage. Really good riding from them. Watch this battle at the front though. Pinson and Hopkins, very close indeed. There's less than a bike length separating them as they go through Hamilton down into Oggies. Second time, 6-lap race here, remember. Again, I'm going to say the key to this circular. Just back there, you get out of that corner very well. Get a good speed through. And exactly what we've just done. Elliot holding his way past on the back straight down. Right on there. Obviously, a whole lot of oil going on that needs to be avoided. Elliot goes straight through the oil. He takes the classic wide. Route stays very, very tight. But definitely improve. There's a whole lot of grip there when you crank over. I really thought that was good. Way through. Clearly, the concrete dust or whatever magic mix the guys are using down there to clear the oil up has worked well. That was a bit of a hard-stopping moment to be fair, Elliot. Into the classic wide line. Certainly no lack of testicular fortitude on the young guy there. Fantastic stuff. Maybe it was an ignorance move, I'm not sure, but shows you what these young guys are capable of as they come across the line. Luke Hopkins leads by 0.747, so that's a jumbo lead. Fastest lap of the race of a 2:17 and 9:18 to Luke Hopkins there. Charlie Farah 4 seconds behind, but 4 seconds to the good of Patrick Byrne, Steve Jordan, Ben Hawes, Joe Holdsworth, Brandon Payne, Graham Horton, Joey Lambton now rounds out your top 10. Monica Isaac has been shuffled back to 4th of the seniors. Andy B. Hall has moved up to 12th as he gets closer and closer to the quicker people in front of him. His fastest lap is pretty much the same as Monica Isaac, who's a couple of seconds in front of him. A little bit of work to do there. Fastest lap we've seen this weekend was so far has been a 2:17.497, and that was from Luke yesterday. And that was when the track condition was slightly ideal, so they're not losing too much time down the back there. But going tight on the inside of that oil slick seems to be a slightly better way to do it. Certainly saves the commentator having to get his voice right up to see the side of it. On the screen, it's about the only screen where I can kind of see what's happening side to see. Bike, which is being used by Steve Jordan at the moment. Mark very close eye on these two, very totally legal. And of course Kawasaki, very much needed to Kawasaki. We have a prize fund and various other bits and pieces. So here come the leaders over the line to complete lap 3, and it is still Luke Hopkins from Elliot Pinson, this time by only 4/10 of a second. Now Elliot set the fastest first sector's time there and set a personal best second time. That's why he's closed the gap. Luke went a little bit slower than he did on the previous lap. Not by a huge amount, but second here and a second there all adds up, of course. Graham Moore over the line with Monica Isaac, and distinctive pink flashes on her bike. Right alongside. Andy B. Hall still in 12th, just a little bit further behind watching this battle. The main one on the track though is that battle for now 5th place being led by Joe Holdsworth. You've got Brandon Payne right behind him. We have a new leader in the seniors as well. Looks like Graham Hawes has found some speed there. He's got his way past on Steve Jordan. I think might have had a wobble somewhere looking at the lap time. Joey Lambton is 3rd. That's a good little battle for 5th place, 5 of them all mixing it up there. It's the Graham Moore Monica Isaac battle, and that of course is for the podium, last podium in the seniors. Sarah Jordan a little bit further back in 13th. 14th, Harry Fowle in 15th. Sam Smith transponder on working. Quite a bit there actually. A great battle still going on though. Not quite much that gap has opened up though. The bike link too. Certainly the first two are well away from the battle behind. They were 8.5 seconds to the good ahead of Charlie Farah. Paddy Byrne a little further back over the line. Here we go, 2 laps left. And 9/10 of a second is down again. Loose point, that pace when he's standing up far the track. There goes Charlie in 3rd. Patrick in 4th. Brandon Payne has moved up to 5th ahead of Joe Holdsworth, who's still only half a second away. Joey Lambton, great effort from the back of the grid for him to be in 7th and battling for that 5th place. Graham Hawes continues to lead the seniors. He is alongside Joey over the line. Steve Jordan just half a second or so back. A little bit of a gap between himself and Monica Isaac, who's now finding a way past on Graham Hawes. Beagle closes the gap right down. 12, but only a 10th of a second difference over the line there. Sarah Jordan, Connor Hall and Harry Bell. Rounding out your top 15. Just outside of the overall points, we've got Matt Stevens. And he's just ahead of Matt Hill. Sam Smith, Colin Clune. And rounding out your top 20. With just 2 laps left is Paul Robson. Kawasaki. I mentioned that Ryan Folks is the lap record holder around a 2:15 and a half. Last time for the young man. Generally not going to be much between them. Elliott might have had a wobble there. Lost just a little bit. They come down into Murray. The last lap lane, this guy went out the front. Close line, and 12 and a half seconds over the next battle. Looks like Charlie Farr and Patrick Byrne are kicking it up. Here we go, over the line. It was 9 tenths of a second. It's now 6 tenths of a second. Fastest second time for Luke, so he's still in that group. He might have picked up a little bit, but kept it so close as they went through Nelson and Brundle section there. Over the line, here comes that next battle. That's Byrne, and now past Farah. So Patrick Byrne up to 3rd ahead of Charlie Farah, so I know Mum Alice will be giving a top for Charlie there. Here come our leaders up to Palmer's. So Luke Hopkins might well have the measure of Elliott Pinson in this race, but we've still got a long way to go. And certainly anything can happen. We might even catch a back mark before the race is over. We're into Agostini's. Still Luke Hopkins. Tucks in so tight, he's only a little lad anyway. Makes the most of his small size. There's a tricky left-hander there at Hamilton's. And in fairness, I think Luke has opened up the gap a little bit. I reckon he's gained up to 3 bike lengths. Certainly if you can break the... Oh, we've got a cloud of dust down there. Now, is that Elliott? No, I'm not... Is that... might have been our leader, Luke. Unfortunately, it's too far away for me to see. I'll see if we can hear some action on the radio. Trying to listen to the radio to see if I can pick up a number, but certainly something might be our listeners who don't want to call it, but no. The cloud of dust spikes on its own there. It's hard. Works a bit on the back marker, so what's going on over there? Just hasn't officially confirmed on the radio, certainly that has gone down all by himself. So that's a great shame for young Luke. He's pushing on hard. He's up, he's absolutely perfectly okay. But to finish first you must finish. That's the secret. That's exactly what Elliott Pinson's just done. He doesn't set a particularly quick lap time on the last one, but it doesn't matter. He's come across the line. He's waiting up 25 points. So good this weekend, young Luke Hopkins. He's going to do the first and the third this time. Charlie Farah coming across the line a little bit further back, but in a good second place. It's Patrick Byrne who holds on for 3rd, just 3 tenths of a second behind Charlie after that good battle between them. Joey Lambert from the back of the grid. He punched around to 4th place, and he's also just past the back of the way. So he gets closer and closer to Ryan Folks' lap record. Then it's Brandon Paynes in 5th place. Steve Jordan does indeed hold on for 6th place on that Rent-A-Wreck. Ben Hawes is the second. Hang on a minute, let me not get my Hawes mixed up here. He says, looking at his list, it is Ben Hawes, good. He's the senior, he's in 2nd place. Monica Isaac does indeed clamber onto the podium once again. Young Addy Beagle, good effort from him as well to come from the back of the grid to be 9th. Then it's Graham Hoare in 10th, Sarah Jordan 11th, Connor Hall in 12th, Harry Fowle. And then we've got Matt Stevens, who hangs on for 14th, ahead of Sam Smith. Then the 47 machine of Matt Hill, Colin Clune, Paul Robson, Joe Ellis, I think that is, yep, it's Joe Ellis who moves up to 19, so he's getting better all the time, the youngster there. And then rounding out your top 20, it is Jordan Harris. So, all good. Big Dave, Mr. Higgerty on the pace there, and clambering up to collect the debris. So I'm joined I'm joined up here in the commentary box by somebody who I imagine Richard will be joining me very shortly when I tell him Chloe Whalen's come up to see me in the commentary box. It's good to see young Chloe here. New bank worker that Chloe is. So it's alright if you're with the Lloyds, your accounts are safe. Which bank are you with this week, Chloe? Standard Chartered Bank. It sounds far too exclusive to the likes of us, so I don't think any of us need to worry too much. So it's all good. Back in just a moment with some more on-track action. Coming up next will be some MRO 600.